It's another edition of Checking In with Hein and Johnny, where the hosts bring in mystery topics that neither host knows anything about until the mics go hot and on the air. We are the show that keeps the host from talking about the weather and World War II 24 hours a day. Hey, Heine, man, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm alive.
We told everybody last week we would be reporting on our favorite Met Gala gowns. Did you have any favorite Met Gala fashion from last week? It's all over the internet.
It is? It is? What? Pray tell. Somehow it's not infiltrating my feed.
Your algorithm does not show you fashion. Well, mostly like women with electric tape across their breasts and beaded dresses.
Wendy Williams did that back in the 80s.
Yeah.
That was, the plasmatics.
I know. All of the fashion trends that they have today, all you needed to do is go back to the folks in the 80s, and they all wore it back then. Well, what's hot?
No, something's out there. Something's tipping, tantalizing, teasing us from the tip of your tongue.
Wow, listen to that
Say
alliteration.
That again. Oh, yeah. Wordsmith.
You're fantastic.
Right, yeah.
So your algorithm probably stays away from fashion and leans into fantastic Vietnamese pop culture because of all of our fans. Is that true?
My Facebook feed is filled with corpses they've dug up.
Dead bodies buried in the backyard.
I guess because I always click on them.
Has speaking of horrible things that come up, has your wife, our one and only fan, has your wife woken up in the morning, smacked you, and said, "You were cheating on me in my dreams"?
No. Just yours?
It happens to me all the time. Allison will be horrible all weekend, and it will be because in her dream, I was talking to some bodacious woman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who was it? I want a piece of this action. I want names. Who should I be hitting on?
I do not. Because I'm not involved in the dream, I don't know the person. You know what I was thinking? Remember when we were saying we need to have hot topics about Vietnam because all of a sudden our numbers are just shot up in Vietnam.
Are we still there, or did we shut it down?
No. So I'm thinking, just like you, I'm a little skeptical. They can, since we only have one regular viewer, Chris, I'm thinking that someone is just trying to be obnoxious to us. They are throwing shade on us by simply setting up their IP for Vietnam, and then we get all excited and we do 3 weeks of pop culture about Vietnam. I think it's a possibility. In case you're wondering, the person who is throwing us shade, Vietnamese local horror is hot. Hot.
Oh, that is where your feed is coming.
Yes, exactly.
Were there any of these folks at the Met Gala?
No, they would have been kicked out because of their zesty use of umlauts. I saw Chris's legs today. They made an appearance.
She flies up the stairs again.
Did she provide you with delicious coffee beverage today, or did you do it yourself?
Nope. I drug my butt out of the bed and wandered and got my own beverage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
you made me capable of that.
You are zesty since the incident. You have become more and more active, I would say, each week. So my hat is tipped to the Heine man.
My speech therapists say that I'm improving. There's
Well,
less stuttering, less outbursts of crying, less outbursts of laughing.
you have not cried recently on the podcast, so I can verify that. Everyone that watches this podcast, our Vietnamese prankster and Chris, can vouch for the fact that you sound fantastic. We don't mind you laughing because then that means you're laughing at my jokes instead of crying.
Did you see the movie Ice Castle?
Oh, way back,
It's about someone who lived from your area, Appalachia, and they have parents who don't necessarily take care of them. That movie is a tearjerker.
It'll
I
get
was bawling.
you'll get you
It's
flowing.
like,
Yeah.
I can't. This is insane that I'm watching this movie.
Yeah, the
I
tears will
need to
flow.
switch over to something that won't make me cry. So I went
Well,
straight to Where Eagles Dare. With
speaking
Clint Eastwood.
of making me cry, if I look at the commercial where the little baby eagle gets helped by the pony, the Anheuser-Busch pony, that makes me weep since my cardiac incident.
Oh, you don't just head for the fridge and a lusty, foamy Budweiser.
Well, mine's a Crystal Light. I do love a Diet Mountain Duke with a little of the caffeinated grape Crystal Light into it to boost the caffeine content. That is delicious.
What's happened to me since I can't really have a double Manhattan anymore without falling down, because I'm already ready to fall down, is I've joined the craze for non-alcoholic beer.
Wow, people, this is a hot topic, so we should focus on this for a minute. It divides the country, don't you think?
Oh no! Well, it's an interesting trend that people are don't want to be drunk all the time anymore, but they enjoy the flavor of beer. And so the closer they can get it,
yeah,
without, I mean, I would have, if I had a beer at lunchtime, I would go asleep. I'd be asleep. It'd be, I don't really want to do anything. But now I can have an entire 30-pack and still be raring to go.
You will need to hook up a catheter if you have a 30-pack, because you would spend 4 hours in the potty.
Yes.
I can absolutely tell you, if you have a 30-pack, it will be dangerous for the amount of time you have to sit on the toilet.
Johnny, have you thought of, have you gone through your closet and dug out some of those bicentennial collectibles that you have hidden and forgotten about, to see, like, maybe you have a bicentennial? Remember, for those kids for the listener that might be too young, the bicentennial was the 200th anniversary of the United States. And there was a commemorative 8-cent stamp.
Ooh.
That you might have one of those, and it could be worth all kinds of money.
Could be worth 16 cents.
Well, adjusted for inflation.
So anytime I have a craze where I purchase something and I think it's going to go up, it doesn't normally work out for me. The only thing that went up really well that I just accidentally fell into was guitars.
Mm.
I bought a ton of guitars, and just for fun. I loved them. And that's the one thing I wasn't thinking I was investing in it, but boy, they hold their value. You don't lose any value on those.
Guns are good.
Guns, yeah. Particularly
Yeah.
when they outlaw them.
Yes.
Once
And
your
they're
state
really good.
outlaws them, they really go up.
Right. Do you have any 30 mag clips?
I am
Like
I am
ARs?
duty bound to say no because they are illegal in my state. So of course I would not own a 30 mag clip.
Okay. Oh, well, how about bicentennial quarters?
No, I don't. I have. Let me just, in case this podcast is going to be 45 minutes of you asking me about bicentennial items, I have zero. I don't have one single. The only thing I have that's close is I have a watch from the Olympics that was in that general time period. And that's worthless. It's a worthless item.
I still have my bicentennial, because I save everything, bicentennial belt buckle.
Whoa.
I'm going to have to dust that off and buy a belt, although maybe the belt will fit me now. Again, a belt that I can wear my bicentennial belt buckle on.
So did you do all of these questions so that you could tell us about the belt buckle? So was that your Today Show setup where you tantalized us with these questions so you could talk about the belt buckle?
Oh no, I'm still teasing you. I'm still setting it up, buddy.
You said the belt would probably fit. Have you lost weight since your incident?
Like 35 pounds. Well, 25. I'll go
Okay.
25.
That's
And so
a
I'm an
lot.
endless stream of protein shakes. It's like they were trying to serve them to me at the hospital. It's like, I don't drink this crap. And the family, my daughter-in-law, who is the only person I really listen to.
Yeah.
She says, hey, Bobs, you've got to start packing in some weight. And this is how you do it. Eat this vaguely chocolate flavored bar.
So
And I said, that's made with the refuse from the cheese plant. That they really don't sell the hog feed. And now you eat it.
Now you just eat it. Now is protein, these protein drinks and protein bars, they don't have a lot of calories? Is that why you're losing weight?
No, I just don't eat that much. I've, severely curtailed alcohol intake, which that probably helped put on the pounds. And so, just kind of getting back to my high school weight.
Wow. Well, congratulations. I am nowhere near my high school weight, unless you had me standing in auto mechanics with the car. That I'm me plus a car. I'm at that weight, if that's what you meant. So my problem is baked goods. I have noticed that I do a really great set of buns and cinnamon rolls, so I have a difficulty with that. Now, did everybody tell you, including your family members, that you need protein because the muscle mass? They don't want you to lose your muscle mass so you can't walk.
Well, there's that. That's part of the whole deal.
So you have to have protein.
How do I become, feed my ailing muscles?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I love it. I'm glad you lost all that weight. I have found it. So if you're wondering where it went to the other side of the podcast onto me. So,
well, I mean, yeah.
No.
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
No. Are you drinking? Okay. That was not a non-alcoholic beer.
an unusual one that is mostly in the South, cheer wine. It's a cheer
Never
wine
had.
zero. Kind of like, have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's all from what I have experienced. It's only in the South, and it is like Dr. Pepper, a little bit like Dr. Pepper, and it's
Huh.
quite tasty. And I do not get enough red dye number 3. You get not enough protein. I don't have enough red dye number 3, so I drink products that will give me as much poison dye as I can get.
Are they bringing out any special colors of cheer wine to celebrate America's 250th birthday?
Oh, that's right. We left the bicentennial belt buckle topic for a second. No, I think this one's red, so for sure the red's there, and
Yeah.
their blue raspberry may be coming, but pray tell, is there anything else that you wanted to cover on the 250-year celebration?
Come on. Keep rolling, Johnny. You've got something else. You don't want to just, you know, bat down that home run this early.
You that bad boy you've been saving up in a trunk for 6 days. This is our public service section of the podcast, because we are going to tell people that are interested in travel the 2 things to avoid. We have rarely given travel tips on the pod. If you're traveling from Vietnam and you take a cruise to the Strait of Hormuz, we want you to redirect. We want you to call your Vietnamese travel agent and redirect, because you could be bombed, and we don't want you to do that.
Well, no. First of all, what you want to avoid on that cruise are any rodents.
So on that topic, Henry, so I found out, here I'm watching my little news report, and they say a couple of people on the Argentinian excursion were bird watching at the Argentinian landfill and contacted the Hanta virus. I'm like, well, okay, so any of our number 2, our Vietnamese cruise goers don't go to the Argentina landfill. Exactly why would you be in a landfill in an international country and be in contact with rodent feces? Was that in the brochure?
All this time, I thought, they opened their little safe to put away their jewelry, and that there was a mouse in there who flew out a big fart.
It's in my lungs.
Well,
Doris.
yeah, and they say that, I mean, you can, in New Mexico, which is like the home of the Honda virus, they would say it was ground up dried droppings. You could get it from that. So like you might be vacuuming up something and and you're a goner.
Yeah, people listen, people had learned from when the actor died and was sitting on the ground for a week, and his wife had died of the hantavirus. You really should know your hantavirus. Don't, when you're out bird watching in Argentina's landfill, don't pick up the feces and put it in your coin purse and then.
Well, my problem is certain people I know are terrified of, oh, well, what if we go over there and there's a rattlesnake? I'm like, you could get bitten by a rattlesnake and do nothing, and you're probably going to live. Don't take that as medical advice. Go seek attention. But very few people die from rattlesnake bites. Now, if you open up your cupboard and there's a cute little mouse and he's brown and he's got a white belly and his fur is really turned, that thing is a 50% chance of killing you. And they say, "Oh no, don't kill the cute little mouse." I'm like, that thing needs to go. It's worse than a black widow.
Yeah, and pray tell, do not get his nest and him and put the nest in your mouth.
Well, yeah,
No.
I mean,
No.
before you vacuum up anything, you put on your mask.
Yeah, in fact, probably, let's be honest, don't put it on a sandwich. Don't put it in a box with a fox in a house, out of the house. Just use a moist towelette and wipe. Do not go to the Argentina landfill searching for the one-eyed squint wren and snort up a bunch of rat feces. My favorite part of you guys, you and Connor and Jake, was you guys talking about New Mexico and the Hanta virus and the plague. The number one favorite topics on the podcast. And now it's back in the news every day. We hear about these poor people getting the Hanta virus. If they were in Vietnam watching our podcast, they would never have died.
They came up with that, the bubonic plague, which hadn't been seen for centuries, appeared suddenly in New Mexico. And where was it? My neighborhood.
Sure. Just right. It was
Well,
Doris down the street.
Cute little furry wood rats bringing it in.
Gave you a black hand. My cat brought me a treat. It was a dead mouse. I grabbed that out of her mouth, and then a week later, I had a Darth Vader hand.
Yes, but yeah.
Speaking of handling stuff you should not, have you ever gone out and searched for truffles, wild berries, or mushrooms? Has that ever been in your wheelhouse?
I've found a lot of them, but not searching.
Oh, really?
I've found strange fungal growths in the forests of New Mexico that, were like as big as your brain.
I love that stuff. Did you eat any? Did you immediately grab some, grind it up, and snort it?
No, I will eat a lot of fungal growths out of my refrigerator, but not just from the forest floor.
But not now. Yeah. Too many people die.
Mm-hmm. It might ruin my figure for the Met Gala and my new outfit. What am I doing?
Well, your electric tape from high school, that sized electric tape, you can just get in it now. I don't want it. I don't want you being emaciated because of fungal growths that you eat in the. Well, we're all kinds of helpful tips. Don't eat mushrooms unless you're a mushroomologist.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny, speaking, the Met Gala, the America's 250 coming up. Do you think that any of our fashionistas will try to bring back, my favorite thing from the bicentennial were Liberace's bicentennial hot pants?
I hope they do. That's a normal, that we could rely on a lot of people to wear those back then.
Yeah, I mean, they need to come back. Poor Lee is not around. He's not around either. Who would
I know
be
we could count on him. Yeah, he would wear those all the time back then. You know what would be an interesting podcast photo would be Richard Simmons currently with a pair of the bicentennial sequined shorts, because I think he might look a little different in his casket than when he was plump and healthy.
I don't think we'd get a lot of hits on the site for that. You could
Well,
do,
Vietnamese might be interested in it.
I mean, what, maybe a K-pop star wearing the bicentennial hot pants
That would
could,
do it.
I wonder, could we come up with that, a photo of that, even from our imagination?
If we got that, we would trend, baby.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
would trend. In your family, is there anyone red hot for soccer because the World Cup is coming? And are any of you guys scooping up all the soccer that you can?
I can't say that there are. We're typically Americans. We like
We're not
the
commies.
UFC fight. How about the UFC fight at the White House? You watching that?
I do not know anything about it. Pray tell me more.
Well, they're having one on June 14th, I think. They're having a UFC fight at the White House. The first 85,000 people who sign up can get there are in for free, is what I heard on the news.
Well, normally it's the press from CNN and the press secretary that does that at the White House, but you're saying real fighters.
Yeah. Maybe they could put, Anderson Cooper in there.
That would be a draw. He would certainly be one of the tickets that would get the most action. He is very rich. Gloria Vanderbilt from the
Yes.
Vanderbilt barons.
He's the end of the line of that, I think.
Yeah.
Of that
Yeah.
money.
I am not. Gloria will not be giving me any of her railroad dirty oil money. I wish
Right.
she was. I wish I need to get me one of those electric wheelchairs so that I can run around my grocery store and smack into people's ankles. That's what I need.
Well, Johnny, there's a road to riches, and it's paved with bicentennial corners.
Stamps and belt buckle.
Bicentennial corners and stamps.
Get them all.
Yeah.
Buy them from Henry on Henry's eBay account.
Here's a bicentennial coin collection.
Buy away. Henry needs to buy Daddy a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Buy it from Henry. Hey, have you used CBD oil and marijuana on your back pain and sciatica? Is that something you've used?
No, just for my hair.
Really?
It gives me that
Gives you
full, rich look.
It's
and slightly a green tinge. And occasionally my wife says, "Have you put Grecian on? It smells like the Grecian oil."
Well, in what situation has Chris been touching and sniffing the Grecian oil?
I don't know. Perhaps during a wild dream where she, fantasizes me about a younger guy who still cared about his looks and was putting in some Grecian oil and CBD to make his hair grow.
I can see. Well, I only wish I had your full, juicy, thick hair. I am.
Look right now for CBD hair growth ointment. Type that in your browser and see what comes up.
Well, if it's the answer to all that ails me, and it will get me enough likes on the YouTube, then I will be able to buy my electric wheelchair to annoy people in the produce aisle.
I've been fighting the back pain, and I don't know. I've been trying to buy an inversion table, and I should just bite the bullet and get one on Amazon.
When you
But
say
there are
trying,
so many on Facebook Marketplace that, and I'm always like a minute late at getting it.
ah,
And so I also have to make sure there's a scientific study, you've got to only be doing one thing. And your back pain can't be getting better naturally by itself because you've stopped lifting anything heavier than a bicentennial quarter. So what I've got coming up, I've got 5 punch cards left on my acupuncture from
oh,
Master Lou.
nice.
And so if I go in and get 30 needles in my butt, and I'll have to see how much better I feel, but I don't want to mix that with treatments on the inversion table. You're just, when you're throwing everything at it, what fixed your back?
Yeah, you'll
Was
never
it
know.
the acupuncture? Was it hanging upside down like a bat?
I think it will ultimately be that you've tried a few things. Now, that you said something that surprises me. You are not willing to just buy it for $199 off Amazon. You want to get it for $179, rusty and broken from your neighbor, and you want to save $1. So it's been a month since you had this idea, but you're too cheap to just get the one that already is working.
Well, yes. I would like, I'm really looking for the person on Facebook who says, interesting trades considered, so that I can show up with like my
Belt
collection
buckle.
of bicentennial stamps.
We're back to the belt buckle.
And sweeten up the pot with that.
Nice. But how could you tear yourself away from the bicentennial items? The commemorative items warm the cockles of your heart. And I don't want you to lose that sensation.
It's going to be tough. It's going to
Your
be a
cockles
battle
need to be warmed.
between my love for the celebration of the 200th anniversary and what is nagging my back. It's
Yeah.
oh, I love the stamps. Ooh, but my back.
Back is killing me. My back is killing
And it's
me.
like $75 plus the stamps. Here's my
Nice.
final offer.
That's it. And I'm angry because my back's killing me. Allison has joined you in her sciatica nightmare. Right after you had yours, she was just simply helping me get some stuff picked up. And we were trying to get the Hanta virus at the landfill, and suddenly and now she's suffering. So we are in the same boat as you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But lots of people are. I think the people at the pain clinic are like, oh, another back pain person. We've had 5 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty common.
Yeah.
Our spines don't hold up to the pressures of mulch bags and fertilizer every spring.
And I've been, the techniques of, now someone will say, hey, Henry, there's a quarter on the ground. If you can just bend it over and pick it up. And then I say, turn it over first. Let me make sure it's a bicentennial.
Amen to that.
Because I'm
Well,
not going down for a state of Utah quarter.
No, that's ridiculous. There's a million of them. Well, as usual, you have filled our life with bicentennial joy, and we say bye-bye.
Get out your hot pants, folks.
Thanks for listening to Checking In with Hein and Johnny. You can follow all things Hein and Johnny by subscribing to Checking In with Hein and Johnny anywhere you listen to podcasts. Checking In with Heine and Johnny is sponsored by Conveyors and Equipment. They supply, design, and service all types of conveyors, belting, and material handling equipment since 1972. With 3 locations to serve you, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, and El Paso. Find them on the web at conveyequip.com. That's ConveyeEquuip.com.